So, welcome everyone to our Tao Wellness Evening. This is an introduction to Tao Calligraphy and the Tao Calligraphy Field. And for those of you who were waiting earlier, thank you for taking some time to just read some of our spiritual courtesies. We are honored to present this evening, and it is meant to be a complement and supplement to your own healthcare or wellness uh, journey. So please make sure that you do seek your own healthcare providers, and this is not to be a replacement for any medical or psychological treatment. But we are honored to present some information that hopefully can help you on your journey. So today, as Mother's Day is approaching, I thought that we would do a short segment on honoring mothers and the nurturing qualities of maternal figures, and also see how they relate to Tao calligraphy and Tao calligraphy writing. And so we will see how far we can go on this agenda, but we will definitely touch upon Tao calligraphy writing and have you experience the Tao calligraphy field. So let's do our usual check-in, and I would like you to just take some time to close your eyes if it feels comfortable to do so, and just notice how you're feeling at this time. Your thoughts, your emotions, your bodily symptoms or sensations, as well as reflecting on your actions and behaviors. So if they were on the positive or peaceful, comfortable side, or have they been moving to a more challenging side, feeling more stressed or overwhelmed or discomfort? And in terms of your actions and behaviors, you might notice maybe words said, or in terms of your own, behaviors, have they been more productive, helpful, or maybe resistant, saying sharp words, or maybe doing things that you're not as proud of. What we want to do is just reflect and be aware of where we are. But it is very important that we do not judge what's going on. The more honest we can be, the better we can, the better for us, for we can be honest and aware, and we can then do something and move forward from where we are. So you can give yourself a number to just check in. And if you are working on an ongoing condition or challenge, you can continue to work on that. And you can take in some of the information that we are talking about today. So last month when we connected, I was talking about some subconscious messages. And this month, because in honor of Mother's Day coming up, many times we may carry certain messages within our maternal line. And so we can take this session, we can use this session today to start that honoring process. So our maternal line, you can think of as carries all types of messages, both the blessings and the challenges of generations. And when we honor our mothers, our grandmothers, great grandmothers, we can open a gateway for healing past wounds and strengthening our positive connections with our children, as well as, there's a typo, our own wellness journey. So Tao calligraphy can be used to connect with our maternal line messages. It can help to release some of the blockages and also bring more light to our lineage. So this is an exciting session, and this is an introduction to our upcoming workshop that we'll be having this Saturday. So if you are really interested in learning more about this, then make sure to join our Saturday workshop. where we will be doing more of this. And so how does Tao Calligraphy support maternal line messages? So I believe everyone here who's joined us live, if we have any new people, please let us know. And this will be recorded to downloaded to YouTube. So if we do have new participants who are joining us, Tao Calligraphy is a source field of pure light, frequency, and vibration. And it's been created by Dr. and Master Jigong Shao. And each of these calligraphies carry these high frequency Tao source positive information, which carry very high level frequencies and messages of love, forgiveness, compassion, light, and much more. They talk about the 10 greatest qualities of the Tao source. And when we trace or write Tao calligraphy, we can bring these high frequencies and positive messages to clear the negative information and enhance positive information within our being. So for your own healing and transformation, as well as to our maternal line. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So for those of you who have learned Tao calligraphy, you can use this opportunity at least once a month to connect with your Tao calligraphy writing. And we've started with Da, we worked on heart, and we also did I, and we'll continue to work on these so everyone can continue to develop and take that next step in mastering certain characters. Okay. So let's see if, okay. So what we're going to do is the writing. So in particular, I really enjoy writing Tao calligraphy. Tao calligraphy can be seen as we have a special connection. Like many of us know about the tracing of Tao calligraphy. And when we trace and write, we allow ourselves to go deeper into the field, deeper into the connection of the message. And so writing Da, I, we can connect to very high frequency positive messages. And it can also lead us to a more calmer and state of like a brainwave frequencies that can calm, that can really bring in a more rest restorative space that we've talked about in our stress prescription series where we talked about that. But just also it opens ourselves up to really receive this higher message and frequency. And so let's get started. So greatest love, the Tao calligraphy writing of greatest love. This is Da, and this is I. Okay, so we do actually have time. So if some of you are new, I was wondering if I should play. I usually have a video that we play every with Dr. and Master Shah. And so what we'll do is maybe we'll take more time with the Tao calligraphy writing so we have more with the meditation in the field. But there is a video that is an introduction to Master Shah. You can go to his YouTube channel or watch one of our past sessions, and we usually will show that video about what is Tao calligraphy and the power of Tao calligraphy writing. Okay, but let's just kind of get started here. So this calligraphy is Da I, greatest love. And the message is that greatest love, unconditional love. So what I want us to do is to do a practice where we can think about your maternal figure. And as you think about your maternal figure, you know, some of us may have positive connections between our maternal figures, whether it's our mother, our grandmother, great grandparent, and some may hold some messages that do not feel so well. There might have been some wounds created. And so wherever you are, just allow yourself to note them, how you're feeling and how your body is feeling when you're just thinking about your maternal uh, lineage. And if you do feel like you have wounds, know where they are in your heart space. And again, there's no judgment, there's no attachment. We're just going to notice where you're holding them. And we're going to imagine as we do this practice today, and we're doing some writing, that we're going to be rewriting these messages. Could be subconscious messages or soul level messages that can affect us and affect how we relate, how we present ourselves in our maternal qualities, whether it's warm, loving, kind, or perhaps more distant, or that we have some blockage with some of these qualities. And again, we don't have to judge ourselves. Everyone is different, but there might be an area that you want to even improve. It could be a strength. You already have feedback that you're a warm, caring person, but you might want to take it to the next level. Or there might be a quality that you do want to transform, right, to feeling more connected or harmonious. So we're going to use the Tao calligraphy. And for those of you who are not as familiar, you can just follow along and trace. You can write in the air. If you have a pencil or pen, you can just use regular materials. But for those of you who have learned Tao calligraphy before, have a water mat or ink, please feel free to use it. Okay, I have, oh great, welcome. Thank Da'ai Dagan En, which is greatest love and greatest gratitude. Thank you, Gregory. So we'll start with the first one, which is Da. For those of you who are new, you can start with the Da. It's straight, lift the brush. We're going to go down and around. Okay, again, straight, lift, down, and around. And we're looking for this powerful line here, the second line here, and then when we curve here, the bottoms are even. So for those of you who are just starting, you can start with Da. For those of you who have been working and following along with my Tao calligraphy writing classes, even if it's once a month, or you've been taking other classes, here is I, right? So we're going to have down, 1, 2, 3, lift the brush. We have the roof here, going to the center, and then this represents the heart. This is the character for the heart. And then it also goes down for like that connection, relationship, friendship, representing that. Okay, and then this even on the bottom. What we're looking for is this aligned state where we're connecting down from whatever your higher spiritual belief is, whether it's God, divine, a spiritual mother, maybe Mother Mary or Guan Yin. You can connect and imagine this light down, a column of light coming down. We want this alignment from like heaven and earth. And we're looking for a balance in the spaces and the character or the radicals that we call the radicals of different parts of the character, as well as with the dark and light lines. And don't worry if you don't write like this. This is Dr. and Master Shah's, and so he is a master, grandmaster, and is very accomplished. So we don't want to have these, to judge yourself. We start where we are, and actually that writing that information can give us information about ourselves and some next steps. It can also show our strengths and the areas that we can improve. So I'm going to just stop the screen so we can see my chart here. So I have my water paper. So let's do it together. And you can join me. And when we're writing, those of you who are already familiar, allow yourself to enjoy the writing and imagine that you're bringing in this message of greatest love to your maternal line. Okay. So this love and gratitude. If you're having, if you had a lot of wounds, then you can, and it's hard for you to get to that place that you can feel really positive. Don't worry. Think about it as sending this love and light that can help transform these blockage areas. Okay. So you can be wherever you are. So let's connect and let's think about your own maternal line and just notice how that feels in your body. You can think about maternal spiritual figures, right? We talked about Guan Yin or Mother Mary, and there might be other female figures, Mother Earth, right? Mother Nature. So think about some spiritual figure. You can also think about spiritual figures that resonate with you and allow yourself to feel their love and light supporting you, protecting you, loving you, helping you to heal the wounds or enhance your strengths. And allow yourself to just focus on this light. So I do have a calligraphy here, light calligraphy, and I actually have one on the side, which is related to Guan Yin, the Dabe Zhou. But what we're going to do is we're going to write our own calligraphy. So let's feel, first of all, connected. Some of the, what we can do is feel that connection. Imagine that you're connected to the universe or Tao, your spiritual fathers and mothers, whatever you believe in. You're going to ground. So keep your mind in your lower abdomen and imagine this light ball rotating gently. Some of you who have been here before, most of you, I think, online now, have received what we call like the Tao Light Treasures that we've introduced in previous sessions, and many of you have all types and many. So you can connect with your lower abdomen that carries all of these light treasures and feel that light within you and around you, and feel yourself connected with the message of greatest love. And we're going to offer that love and light to the maternal line messages within you to enhance or transform to be more positive. Okay. So think about what it is that you want to bring love and light to. I will offer like a blessing, okay, for all of you on the line live today. Okay. So we start with greatest love. So first of all, just watch me and receive the positive message, all of you on the line, and then we will have you join and write. Okay. Greatest love, Da I. So you just imagine you have a straight line and just feel, imagine the light coming in, support you. And even though it's dark on the paper, imagine that as it comes through, it's golden light radiating out to you. Greatest love. Okay. Da I. Just imagine. Master Sha and his Tao calligraphy teachers have had workshops, classes that you too can learn how to write. So I'm honored to be one of the Tao calligraphy master teachers. as well as a Tao Calligraphy practitioner, to send this positive message and blessings to you. Okay, so just note how that may have felt for you, just receiving and being able to trace the Da and the I. Okay, and also as you think about your maternal line, and forwarding that and connecting it to your maternal line message. And if you're feeling it with your body, imagine that it's going to that area. Okay. And we're going to also do it and support ourselves with our own writing. Okay. So don't worry how it looks like right now. You can write in the air as well, but just feel yourself. The important is to feel yourself connected. And you can turn on your treasures to support you. So for those of you, Da, straight line, left, in the center, you're going to go down and around and in. So we want to have these two lined up in the bottom. Okay. And actually, don't worry too much about how it looks like. Just by my writing this, I will be able to do a reading on myself, what strengths and areas that I could improve and what it might represent. So each line and how it looks can represent how what's maybe happening within our bodies, whether it's physical. However, we do not give any disclaimer, any medical diagnosis, but it can also make us aware of certain messages coming through. Some of you are working on I. Let's do I, love. Okay, so we're going to have the slide roof, I guess, and then the 3 dots. Lift, and this is like the bigger roof here. We're going to go to the center, and then we're going to do our heart in the middle. And then the last part, which is like the friendship, connection. Okay, so start to jump right on me. Okay, so greatest love. So that's the process. Again, I'm going to here, down, high. And allow yourself to just enjoy. There's a lot of research on writing, calligraphy writing, Chinese calligraphy, and just Chinese calligraphy in itself can kind of affect our brain states, bring this calm or focus. So just the writing in itself, but the Tao calligraphy writing, we believe, carries a high level frequency vibration. Okay. So this, I would love to, if people can show me if they're writing, or you can share any comments of how the writing or the tracing has been for you. This is a wonderful time, at least once a month, to stay connected with your Tao calligraphy writing, because I know many of you have learned it before. So please, I welcome you to share. That would be really helpful. Any questions about that? Okay. Send me a message. Okay. So this is one modality at Tao calligraphy writing that we can do healing and transformation. And another is, so this one has like the benefits of Chinese calligraphy that I talked about a little earlier. So just writing can be very beneficial, right? Slowing down, relaxing bodily functions. It can help us to get to that rest and restorative space. So many of these things on the list, if you're able to read. And I spoke a little about Tao calligraphy, but as for those of you who may be newer to it, it is based on special style, an ancient form of one-stroke calligraphy, ibitsu, that Dr. Master Sha, who is our spiritual teacher, learned from Professor Lee Chuyun, who was, over 100 when she taught Dr. Master Sha. And so, as you mentioned, Master Sha, with his lifelong training and mastery of these many ancient philosophies such as Tai Chi, Qigong, Feng Shui, Kung Fu, I Ching, as well as Shufa. Shufa is calligraphy, as well as his high-level practices and service. He's developed this oneness writing further and has the authority to bring in this positive essence, frequency, and vibration into the calligraphy. And so that's what we're learning as we're writing down calligraphy, how to also be a channel to bring in this frequency. Okay, so this was heart we talked about earlier. I think we did greatest love. And now I want to have you experience the Tao calligraphy field. So the Tao calligraphy is powerful. To write is powerful and a really wonderful practice that I love. One of my favorites. And you can also meditate and practice in the Tao calligraphy field. And each Tao calligraphy carries this unique purpose and potential, but all of the calligraphies we have can generally be applied. All of them carry high level frequencies that can serve our healing and transformation. And also in terms of helping to heal and enhance positive strength messages from our maternal line, or heal some of the wound messages. So again, think about your message that for those of you who joined earlier, we thought about our maternal line, maybe some of the areas that we want to enhance that our line carries, and some challenges that we've had. So we're going to do a meditation in the field. These are all of the qualities, the 10 greatest qualities that the field carries. And we will focus on, one of the calligraphies of greatest love we'll start with for our healing transformation. But each of the calligraphies carry all of these qualities. We mentioned greatest love, forgiveness, compassion, light, but it also carries greatest humility, greatest harmony, greatest flourishing, greatest gratitude, greatest service, and greatest enlightenment. So with all of these positive messages, we can bring that into our own being, into our maternal line, to heal some of the messages and pass them along to our descendants, our children, grandchildren. Okay. Since we didn't watch the video, this is the law of Shen Qi Jing. We're having the information, the positive information, and it kind of goes all the way down to our heart to receive, mind to process. Energy moves that information and to transform. And the Jing is a matter that you get to see the healing or transformation and the present moment, the situation change, or our bodies change. Okay, so it's most of you on the line are familiar, so I apologize for going quickly. If you do want more information, please watch some of the videos that we've had before. So in the Tao calligraphy practice, you can meditate, you can trace with your 5 fingers, or you can trace moving your lower dantian. And that one right now is the highest form of tracing that is publicly shared by Master Sha. And so some of you are familiar and you can do what's comfortable. But what we'll start with is doing a meditation. So some of you who joined did not get a chance to maybe connect with what your maternal strengths are, or some of the areas that you would like to transform. I'm going to have you do a short meditation to connect, and then we will use the field to help us honor and strengthen positive messages or transform some of the negative information. Okay, so let's just connect with this Tao calligraphy field of message of greatest love. And imagine that this field carries this high level pure information. Imagine that it's creating a very safe and powerful, peaceful field around you, 360 degrees around you, above you, below you. And allow yourself to go deeper into a relaxed state, peaceful state. You can have your eyes softly drop or close, still looking at the calligraphy, or if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Allow your body to really relax. You want to feel safe. Let yourself know that it is safe. And it's safe to connect with some maternal messages within. For those who feel a bit more challenged going into this because there's a lot of heavy information, you can maybe focus on what is a strength message that is still there, that maybe I cannot see because I'm feeling so heavy. You can, focus on that and see if there is a message that just because we're in this high frequency field just comes to you. Some of you may be familiar with the spiritual channels and soul communication. You can connect and receive a message. What is one of your maternal line strengths that wants to be revealed? And allow yourself to notice that feeling and that strength within your body. And just notice, how does that feel, the soul of that quality, maternal line strength that has been passed down to you? Where are you holding it? So it could be like a loving nature, or compassion, or perseverance, or strength, like emotional strength. Could be good nurturing skills or leadership skills. Just notice, at least receive one, and notice which ones that you want to continue to enhance. If it's hard for you to receive that, and you might be receiving some wound messages, you can also do a reading as to maybe one of the wound messages that may have been passed along. I believe we had a session about the 5 wounds in a previous class, or it's also in my Love, Peace, and Harmony sessions that you can access on our YouTube channel. There's a playlist specifically for the 5 wounds. We have like the wounds of rejection, abandonment, humiliation, betrayal, injustice are the 5 wounds. And some of you may resonate with any one of them. And you can notice if you are holding some of these wounds and these subconscious messages that connect with them within your body. And just notice what you might be holding. And again, no judgment, no attachment. You just want to notice where you might be holding. And we're going to ask now the field to please help to either transform the wound message or enhance the strength message. So you get to choose what you want for this practice today. And what we're going to do, you can just meditate and just imagine that the light from the calligraphy is coming in. And as we know, the 1-sentence secret for greatest love is that love melts all blockages. So as the greatest love radiates into where you're holding that information. Imagine that the wound message is getting more light to release, let go, heal, and transform. And they turn it into a strength message. Where some of you have received the strength message, allow yourself to notice how it feels in your body and bring in this love and light and imagine that it's strengthening, it's becoming lighter and brighter within you, enhancing that strength message. For those of you who are familiar with the tracing, you can use your 5 fingers that represent the 5 elements, like the oneness that can be powerful. Or you can use your lower abdominal area or lower dantian, which is a fist size energy center within the lower part of your body, about 2 inches below your 1.5 inches below your navel, and then 2 inches, 2.5 in. Okay, so you can start by tracing the circle. And this circle is signifies that it is a high frequency calligraphy. Not all of Master Sha's calligraphy has the circle. So we're very grateful and honored to have. And this, you can imagine that it represents the source, the Tao, the oneness, universal field, okay, with a high frequency vibration. So we usually trace it about 3 times. You can start from the top or the bottom. But then we trace the calligraphy, okay, on the pathway. Okay, again, you can trace with your Dan, which means lower dantian, or your 5 fingers. Or for those of you who are, working in a Tao calligraphy writing, you can trace with your brush, like have your brush. But if you're tracing like you're writing, then maybe just trace, the inner character here. And when you're tracing, imagine that this pathway, this portal of light is opening up, radiating to you. Again, enhancing your strength, transforming the wound message, maternal line that you feel within your body. Okay, that may be affecting your health or your relationships, finances, any aspect of life. Sometimes these subconscious messages and wounds can affect us. Those of you who, again, were here for the sessions on Liz will hold the healing of the wounds that we talked about. She talks a lot about how these wounds can affect us physically. Can be seen within our physical body, our tendencies, our patterns, or through our spiritual eye lens. So greatest love, unconditional love, melts all blockages, purifies your soul, heart, mind, and enlightens your soul, heart, and mind. So really feel the greatest love. You can use your creative visualization, which we call mind power, to imagine the light radiating to you. And heart power, which is really feeling this unconditional, pure love and light radiating to you. Again, enhancing your maternal qualities. Could be your loving, kind nature, compassionate nature, your strength, your resilience, your intelligence or more. And or healing some of the wound messages that we might be carrying. So maybe we might feel, a tinge in our heart space. Allow the light of the field to just radiate in that area, to meditate, trace with the field. Your greatest love, unconditional love. Melts off blockages, purifies our soul. Can you just feel that? Feel it as you breathe in and trace, or if you're meditating, imagine that it's breathing in through your nose and also the pores of your skin. So this beautiful positive message, nourishing, enhancing your maternal line strength and qualities, healing, transforming any negative messages. You can feel. I am going to just play a few music. Okay. So continue to relax. receive this love and light. And just check in after just these few minutes in the field, how you are feeling. Just stop the shooting. How is everyone doing? I'd love to kind of hear how you're feeling. And was there anyone who received like a strength message, could receive the strength message? Or maybe an area that they would want to transform?
I did. I
Oh,
received both.
oh, great. Did you want to share anything, or how is that?
For the area that could be improved, it was like a bit of a like disconnection or maybe like a lack of closeness or major
Mm,
warmth maternal feeling, the
mhm.
stereotypical thought. And then the strength was like really strength, perseverance, like
Yeah,
um, very strong,
great,
loving,
wonderful,
like a lot of love there.
great. Were you able to feel it shift with the Tao calligraphy practices?
Yes, I could kind of feel more harmony or like unification.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you so much for sharing, Brittany. So, I'm wondering if anyone else wants to share or was not able to get a message and maybe would like a reading for the message, but they have to be comfortable it being shared publicly. But if someone is interested, and you can write down in the chat or unmute. And and maybe if anyone is interested, because we have actually a special session that's coming up this Saturday, actually, because it's Mother's Day, right? So let me see if I have, okay, so we have a special event coming up on, let me show you, I think I have it down. Okay. So we do have a honoring Mother's special blessing session this Saturday from 1 to 4. And we are going to go through an honoring process, a more thorough honoring process to honor our mother, our maternal lines, like a sacred ceremony to honor them. So we would have have pictures ready if you can. And we have a special offering that we wanted to do in honor of this special time of honoring mothers and Mother's Day. And that, some of you may not have been able to receive a reading for yourself, but would like or want a more in-depth reading. We are having a special offering that we have the soul reading and a blessing for healing. And it includes this maternal line strength reading, a maternal line wound message, and healing of that, which comes through the flow, but a blessing to transform the wound message. And it comes with an initial action plan that we share with you for the next steps. And so one of the blessings that could be offered is a Tao calligraphy, Tao light transmission. Let me check the time here. I only have 10 minutes. Okay, and so it's a golden light ball, golden liquid spring that carries this pure, positive source message. And we have the authority, we're very honored that we at Satori have the authority to transmit these pure, positive messages, like a Tao light ball, into your being to kind of help support you on the area that we need. So many of you, I believe, received, and thank you, Brittany, that she shared that information. So for those of you who are interested in registering for the workshop, you actually will get a really special rate, and a special rate on the offering that I'm opening it up for those of you who are on the line today, that you can join. So if you register, you can receive an additional discount, but it's already discounted. So those of you who you can just get this package as well. Oh, and thank you. You also. Okay, the Right into Wellness series. I apologize. This might be a old link. Oh yeah, so we still have 3 sessions left for the Right into Wellness for the May. So thank you for sharing that. I think. Uh, but let's see. Um, so did anyone have something that how they're feeling? How they're feeling right now? I thought I would, in honor of Mother's Day, maybe. Has anyone not received a golden light ball in Liquid Spring and would be open to share feedback, and maybe had some things with their, with our meditation, maybe you felt pain and still feeling the pain or discomfort? Everyone's doing well? Okay. Okay. I'm just looking for the chat as well. Okay. So if everyone is doing well, and I think many of you have received before, what we can do is let's have a few more minutes in the field, noticing and again bringing in that message. If you did the message to enhance your strength, you can continue that, or you can still use, or you could try to use the field for helping to clear some of the wound message. So you get to choose. We'll do a few more minutes with the Tao Calligraphy field. Okay, let me just go back to the field. So this is a field. We're going to use a full field today. This has greatest love, you might recognize in the middle. Greatest Dakwon Shu, which is greatest forgiveness that brings inner joy, inner peace. And then Da Hershey, greatest harmony, right? The secret of success. So Brittany had mentioned about when she was tracing the calligraphy, she could feel more harmony coming in with some of the areas that felt blocked. So you can check what you feel you resonate with. Again, the middle one is greatest love. The one to your left is greatest forgiveness that brings inner joy, inner peace. So for some of you, you might have some forgiveness that you feel needs to come through your maternal line. That could be a good calligraphy to trace. And for some of you, want to harmonize the maternal line and the lineage a bit more, you can trace the Da Hershey. And for those of you who are just wanting to relax and just meditate, that is perfectly fine as well. What you can do is just relax, take some nice breaths, breathing in through your nose, imagining the light and feeling the light to enhance your strength, to bless and transform any challenge area. And just imagine that the light coming into your body. Again, feel it coming in through the pores of your skin as you inhale. Light, greatest love, greatest forgiveness, greatest harmony. Inhaling to the area in your body that needs that support. Exhale, feel that light expand. Again, strength message enhancing, wound message releasing. Okay, so inhale, light. Again, enhancing strength message. Exhale, feel wound message releasing. And let's bring the message greatest love. Feel the pure positive love unconditional love, melting the blockages. Greatest forgiveness brings inner joy, inner peace, which may be a strength enhancing message or a message that you want to bring in as you release the wounds. And greatest harmony, secret of success, harmonizing your maternal line messages, enhancing the strength. Allow yourself to relax and receive. Now allow yourself to bring those messages to your lower abdomen. Imagine a beautiful ball of light in that area. Inhaling light to your lower abdomen. Exhale, feel that message condensing. So if you're going to inhale, imagine that message of the strength coming in to your lower abdomen and feel that strength message enhancing, just being enveloped with light, light, light in your lower abdomen. You're going to bring in the message, greatest love, unconditional love, to your lower abdomen. Strengthen in that unconditional love message within you. Going to inhale, greatest forgiveness brings inner joy, inner peace. Feel this love and light, that connection to that message. And greatest harmony. Inhale, feel that message within your being, to your lower abdomen. Enhancing again your strength, releasing the wounds. And we can just relax, check in to see how your body is feeling as we give our greatest gratitude to the field, to our maternal line, to our spiritual mothers and fathers who have come to support us. We thank Dr. and Master Jigong Sha for the creation of these fields. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So you can check in, you can just rotate your shoulders back a little. You can imagine the light tapping your neck and your back, bringing these loving maternal and messages, care, compassion, strength, perseverance, resilience, and more. And let me see. And again, if you are wanting to join us, please join us for the Honoring Mothers Special Blessing session. And if you want to receive the package, this generous package, you can also check it out at our website. And for more wellness opportunities, you can join the monthly program. You get to meditate, enhance positive messages, release negative ones with our Tao Calligraphy field. And also to, we do have the Sha Research Foundation study. If you're interested, you get some transmissions, you get practices that you can do to help transform. We are, Satori is very honored to volunteer to participate in the Depression and Energized Water study. But if you want to know if you qualify or you have someone you want to share, you can go to this sharesearchfoundation.com for more information. Okay, and there's many ways that you can continue your wellness. You can connect, share this with others. And we also have the QR code. The music in the background is the instrumental of this Love, Peace, and Harmony. It is free. Master Sha released the copyright on that. So it can lead you to download this instrumental. And it can also lead you to a donation link as well. So you can continue your service and wellness journey. So again, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Brittany, for sharing and also like sharing the information on our Zoom chat. And anyone else would want like to share um, the experience or any questions that they might have? Okay, so thank you everyone for staying. I would love to say our goodbyes to everyone. So I'm going to say goodbye to those who watched the video. Thank you for joining. And